Boy, 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 what a day for masks and mask talk, and oh boy. I know a lot of you know why these are sitting here. These masks are two that good old Justin and Chris Zeffro and the guys at Trick or Treat Studios are bringing back. They are bringing back a nice run, like a really nice grouping of vintage masks. But the two I saw that I kind of want the most are these babies. The old Ghost Skull, the 1977 Ghost Skull, and the 1977 Frankenstein 2001. And we did a deep dive. We talked all about, Jordu sculpting it and showed you the images of the new one. But I just figured I would show you these two masks, these two classic originals I have here in the collection, because to me these are two of my favorite masks of all time. No bullshit, especially this one. And I went through a lot to restore this sucker. I'm sure you've all heard the story and you're sick of hearing it, but I took at least two masks to make this one. Yeah, two masks, and it took it took four people. Four people at least had their hands on the restoration of this mask, okay? I had one copy that was kind of shredded with a beautiful dome, and then I had another copy that was really nice with a busted dome. So you can kind of see where this is going. It was very, very difficult to remove the shitty dome from this copy, especially with these rivets. So that was my job, getting the two domes separated. So yeah, my job was taking the two domes off, and then so the mask itself went to Maskahuna. So this is the second person involved. I was the first, Maskahuna was the second. He took the nice casting, foam filled it beautifully, okay? And but wait, no, rewind. Before that, it did go to Rob and Kathy first. Okay, Rob and Kathy, husband and wife team, old Don Post Studios employees, two of the greatest painters we know. So this went to them first. That's right, because it's got eye inserts. Okay, and Rob did this crazy paint job on this guy. At the same time, Kathy painted up the eye inserts, the beautiful, beautiful eye inserts. Okay, so he painted the mask as it was floppy and, just like a mask would be when it was brand new. It was not foam filled. So then at that point, I didn't send the dome to Maskahuna, but he got the mask finally, fresh, crazy paint up by Rob, freshly painted eye inserts by Kathy. They glued the eyes in, and then it was foam filled by Huna. And then when I got it, I applied the dome to the top, and we called it a day. So that's the story on this cool, I'd call it fully restored Frankenstein 2001. It would be cool if you had a little more hair. I could add a little bit more hair, because the catalog copy, he has more hair on the sides. And that is one thing I love about this mask so much, is the weird catalog copy. It's so strange, him standing there, with that weird, coat on or whatever he's wearing. And so anyway, yeah, look at this guy. The new one is so impressive. A lot of the colors, the little colors you'll see in this mask Um, I think Justin could have looked at this for the coloring on the one that you saw hanging on the wall, because it matches up pretty good with this. There may be one good original out there where you can still see the coloring, but that the re-release looks a lot like this as far as the colors, you know. So I can't remember if I sent him photos of this or not, but what a cool mask. And it's such a weird mask. 15 years ago or more, not a lot of people were crazy about this mask, you know. I couldn't wait to get my hands on one. So to me, this mask is really special, which takes us right to the good old Ghost Skull of '77. And those of you that know, the glow pigment was added directly into that vinyl mixture, and that's why they're yellow like this. In '78, they were casted black latex, and they painted on glow paint, and it looked like the Carlisle, the glow Carlisle. So it was like a gray looking glow skull and like a dirtier looking glow skull. It did not look like this at all. This was one of 4 masks, obviously, that those of you that know it was from the Disney Haunted Mansion lineup of the 4 glow masks. Gravedigger, the Ghost Skull, you've got, you got Mortimer and Mr. Leech. And those are the 4 Disney Haunted Mansion masks, which are so incredible. Will Justin bring them all back? That remains to be seen. You know, the Ghost Skull is a hot item. They have sold for a lot of money, you know, the originals. So it will be very interesting to see how they come out. I told Justin, man, as soon as I can order masks, I want to get them here quick. I want to be able to compare them side by side with these things. So I want to put the new one right next to the original and see how they match up, you know. Speaking of skeletons and skulls, and let me share with you one of my favorite things of all time. Straight from my childhood, and this is something that's quite special that I know a lot of you are going to love, but my childhood would not be complete if it weren't for rubber skeletons. Yes. Look at this. These rubber skeletons were everything to me in the 80s, in the late 70s, early 80s, I would guess. There were these little skeletons, and you could buy them pretty much at Toys R Us. There's usually like laying in a box or something. They have a bunch of them, or they'd be in a box on the counter, I think. Some may have been hanging on the little pegboard stuff, but dude, these things are so awesome. I have a lot of them because I started going crazy buying them up. You know, as I'd see them surface, I would jump on them, and god damn, they're special to me. And this one's got little like airbrushed spots like on the joints. That's so cool. I know a lot of you guys are gonna go, hell yeah, like that was one of my favorite toys. And it was so simple. It's a simple toy. It's not, there's nothing to it. It's a rubber skeleton. There's 3 black ones here. 1, 2, 3. Uh-oh. Where's the 3rd one? Oh shit, sorry dude. These are really old ones with the white in the eyes. These could be early 60s, late 50s, early 60s, maybe. These could be some of the first rubber skeletons produced. These came from a weird eBay lot, and I scored all 3. These are obviously old store stock, and man, I have a thing for rubber skeletons. They're just the best, you know. I can't explain it. And those of you that were there, those of you monster kids that were little boys in the 80s, you know, you will know exactly what I'm talking about on how amazing these were. They're still cool. Like they're just awesome, man. So, what else? Can we talk about one more mask tonight before we end this episode? Because I'm gonna be shooting a couple tomorrow. They're gonna pop up. They'll pop up over the next 2 weeks. Yeah. Let's show you one more thing. Something Don Post related. I've been showing you all kinds of weird independent stuff lately. And distortions and whatnot. Maybe we should stick on the Don Post tip. What do you think? This could go either or. We could change it up. Let's see. Hang on. All right. Yeah. Look at these babies. So. This is something quite special. Yeah, the old real deal brown skulls. These are the real ones, folks. They're not the chocolate skulls. They're the brown skulls. Remember the chocolate skulls? I dubbed them the chocolate skulls. I dubbed these the brown. Because before the white ones were made in 1980, there was a period around 77, 78, maybe started in 76. I gotta look at my notes again, where they were making that darker brown vinyl, okay? I'm talking, these are plastisol, okay? These are plastisol skulls with the nice light coloring inside, okay? Like that nice caramel color to them. Now, when they started making these skulls, vinyl, plastisol is a weird form of vinyl, but it's an old form of the vinyl. It's like, it feels drier, it feels aged more when you get these things. When Post started doing the in-house rotocasting, this is going way back in my mind, so just forgive me if I screw anything up. They were starting to do the rotocasting in-house, and how does this go? How does this go? Because they started making brown vinyl skulls. And I think they were supposed to be black. No. They were outsourcing it. Okay. When they started doing regular old vinyl, conventional vinyl, I always called it, they were outsourcing it, okay? And they wanted them to be black, like the black and white skulls we see. But when they outsourced them, they were coming back in weird colors, like a weird color, like dark brown. So you get these chocolate skulls, I call them. They're not plastisol, they're actual vinyl, like a black and white skull, but they're brown vinyl. And they have, this coloring on them, and they're softer, and they're just vinyl skulls, okay? So the chocolate skulls are that era, that very mid to late 70s era skull in brown, okay? Up to 1980, when I showed you on the 1980 catalog, they started making them black and white, okay? And I feel, in my opinion, that was the time that they started doing the rotocasting in-house, finally. They got their own machine, and they were able to control it more, better quality control, and you are now seeing true black vinyl skulls with white paint on them for the very first time in 1980. Going back though now to plastisol, 1967, 68, 1969, probably into 71, 72, I don't know. Like there's some things we'll just never know, okay? I did my best to give you guys the best timeline I could on these, and give you an idea of when they were made and when they changed colors to this and that. So I think I did a pretty darn good job of it. But these babies, when I think of my favorite skulls, if it's not the vermilions, it's the brown plastisol skulls that are just incredible. And this one is crazy. This one has like almost 2 colors on it, which is weird. It's like they did a cream color and almost a little silver, which is so wild. What I'm getting at is when Trick or Treat starts shipping all the new stuff, including, man, I thought I had did I have a third brown skull? I swore I had I used to have 3 brownies here, man. I must have sold that one. I have a great picture of all 3 brown skulls, if you guys remember. I'll grab a good white one for now, okay? What I wanted to say is, when the black ones are available, I'm going to order a couple. I might order a handful of them. I figured I would do a tutorial on my channel here on sponge painting a Don Post skull, okay? To make it look vintage, though. Remember, it's all in it's all sponged on, but some had a lot of paint, some had a little paint, and there was different, you know, they went harder in areas than others. These old ones are the craziest because they're so, like, just all over the place. There's big sponge marks all over this. And I think if Trick or Treat saw masks getting released like that from the factory, they go, what the hell? Why? I think I told Justin, like, I want to see that. I want to see sponge marks all over a skull like that. Like, that is cool. In fact, I replicated that once on one that I repainted. But anyway, for you guys out there, like, there's some novice, a lot of you guys are insane painters. You don't need to listen to one word I'm saying. But there's a lot of guys out there who might be really nervous. Like, I want to do that, but I don't want to mess it up. Oh my God. I think I want to do a couple of tutorials on sponge painting some skulls, all right? It's fun. It's lots of fun. It's nothing you should freak out about. I think you'd have a ball doing it, and the good thing is, if you screw up, you can paint the mask black again, right? You may be able to wash some of the paint off. That remains to be seen. But anyway, it could be. You could easily make the mistake of just going and sponging all this stuff on, and it becomes this super white skull. Which there's nothing wrong with that, you know. But if you want the skull to turn out the way this one does, or look like these, you got to have a lighter hand and be careful and not cake the shit out of it. So, I don't know. I thought it'd be kind of fun. If you want to see that, say it in the comments, and I will take the time to do that one night. I'll get some black blanks, and maybe we'll do one that looks like a brown skull, and then maybe we'll do a custom color, like an orange one, or, you know, something like that. Just something to think about, that, you know, that's gonna be fun to do when these masks all ship. So, all right, it's so late. It's 1:45 in the morning. I'm going to bed.